Musa Keita, better known as Mansa Musa, was born around 1280 in what is now Mali, West Africa. At that time, Mali was already a powerful empire, controlling trade routes across the Sahara Desert. In 1312, Musa unexpectedly rose to power. The previous emperor, Abu Bakr II, had set out on a grand expedition to explore the Atlantic Ocean and never returned. As his deputy, Musa inherited the throne and became the 10th Mansa, meaning King of Kings. Little did anyone know his reign would take Mali to its greatest heights. So, where did Mansa Musa's legendary wealth come from? The answer lies beneath the soil of Mali. The empire sat on some of the world's largest gold reserves. At one point, Mali produced nearly half of the world's gold supply. But gold was only part of the empire's fortune. Salt, ivory, and trade with North Africa and the Middle East made Mali a global economic powerhouse. And as the ruler, Mansa Musa controlled it all. To put this in perspective, historians estimate his fortune at $400 billion in today's money. That's more than Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates combined. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage wasn't just about wealth, it was about power and reputation. His journey put Mali on the map, quite literally. European map makers, astonished by the stories of his riches, began to draw Mali on their charts, often with Musa depicted holding a golden crown and scepter. Suddenly, the world saw Africa not as a dark, unknown land, but as home to one of the richest empires in history. This global recognition opened doors for trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange between Mali and the wider Islamic world. Of all Mansa Musa's achievements, none is more famous than his legendary pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324. As a devout Muslim, Musa embarked on the Hajj, but this was no ordinary journey. He set out with a caravan of tens of thousands of soldiers, attendants, and slaves, carrying vast amounts of gold. Along the way, Musa distributed so much gold to the poor, merchants, and rulers that he caused massive inflation in Egypt. Gold lost value, and it took years for the economy to recover. His generosity, while extraordinary, unintentionally disrupted entire markets. But it also made his name legendary across the world. Back home, Mansa Musa invested his fortune into his empire. He built mosques, schools, and libraries, turning Mali into a center of learning and culture. The most famous was the city of Timbuktu, which became a hub of knowledge, attracting scholars from across Africa and the Middle East. The University of Sankore, founded during his reign, is still remembered as one of the great centers of learning in history. Through education, religion, and architecture, Musa's impact stretched far beyond gold. He shaped the cultural identity of West Africa. Mansa Musa ruled for 25 years, leaving behind an empire that was wealthier and stronger than ever. But more than just riches, he left a story of how faith, generosity, and vision could make a man not just the richest in history, but one of the most influential. Even today, centuries later, his name is remembered as a symbol of Africa's greatness and its untold history. So, was Mansa Musa truly the richest man who ever lived? Probably. But what's certain is this: he was far more than his wealth. He was a king who reshaped the world's image of Africa forever. Nialegacy TV presents. Directed by Nia, consulted by African Icon. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.